There you go, now it's recording.
So I have to push it twice then.
Yeah. Have to push the red button again. Right now. And then there's supposed to be more than that.
Yeah. You gotta account for, there's supposed to be 9 on each shift, isn't there? 36.
Supposed to. With meeting with other officers too, is that we would need some kind of form of better ballistic armor that would hold up against a rifle. And with the threat of violence growing, especially in the surrounding states and really across the United States altogether, that's the one thing that if we could just facilitate the ability to get, for every officer to get that, then it would just better protect them all the way around. All right.
There's a switch up there if you want that.
Okay. This, supposed to have a little red light.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So, this is just kind of the key points of what we're going to be talking about. Like I said, the background of this project had to do with trying to find out what needed to be done inside the department itself. And this actually was something that was brought up to me by Sergeant Easdale. He thought this would be one of the best things possible. He wanted me to research into it just to see if it was even possible to get it done. And so that's what this was about. This is also going to talk about the feasibility of getting that same kind of armor for every officer. The best part about this project is I found out some ways that not only do we get this armor for everyone, but we also get it, in most cases, for free. Not just by government grants and systems like that, but simply by having close ties and relationships with other entities that work for the government as well. The problem we face right now is that of 2,915,918 people in Arkansas that are alive as of 2012 in Arkansas. Gun owners represent 73%, okay? There's not a problem with the fact that it's the gun owners. It's the problem with that the gun owners are also owners of rifles and multiple different forms of the same kind of weaponry. And as we look at the trends, this is Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas, and the entire southwest or southeast region. It talked about the total number of officers killed. The trends start escalating, and then they die down, and they escalate again. They die down, and it's getting back to that same point, that same 4-year trend when it's going to start escalating again. And with the new influx of violence that's coming in from the major cities, people are moving to rural areas to escape the same issues that they had in the urban settlements. And now with Russellville being a crossroads city, we have the same issue coming into our very own city. So we've already seen, like, the instance that happened already off of West I Street, the suicidal subject. Okay, that mindset's already there. They know that if they need to, or that they can go and fight the police officer, they can go pull that gun on the police officer. In some cases, they'll shoot at that police officer. We've seen videos in our training already where the case where the individual was with the shotgun out in front of the storefront, and he was firing the shotgun off at the officers, and they finally ended up engaging him. But the truth of the matter is, in some cases, if that was a rifle, or in most cases, if that was a rifle, the body armor and the vehicles that even we drive in wouldn't be able to stop that round. And so if one of our officers got hit by that round, and we have the ability now to go ahead and give them something that will stop it. But if one of our officers got hit by that round, it might actually take them out. So the solution to what I found was talking about getting some better protection for every officer we have right now. This every uniformed officer across the board. And the difficulty that I had was finding the feasibility of it, because the original cost estimate for getting every single officer, both patrol, CID, and just anyone that was a desk officer, if they were a uniformed officer, trying to get them a tac vest was going to cost us well over, what was well, I've got the fees. You're all at the very end of this, but the amount of money it was going to take was just astronomical. We might as well buy a couple more cars or something. And then the next thing that I tried to integrate into this too is that we need to be able to train with the same equipment once we get a hold of it. So what I'm going to talk about the rest of this is that I want to get a hold, or I want to show you the way that we can get a hold of this equipment and how we need to integrate it into the training that we're already doing at the rest of the police department, such as our taser training or any kind of active shooter training and such. We already use active shooter bags. Now we'll integrate the vest. Get these guys used to running up and down the hallways and dragging people and carrying people with this tac vest on, and then show them how to be able to use the vest to better suit the day-to-day activities that they need to be doing in case of the same kind of emergency were to happen. Okay, this is a video that illustrates kind of the same principle that I was talking about being able to get some of the equipment for free.
Turn around, I forgot to record my favorite show.
Listen, it's impossible to get rid of the ads on YouTube.
They're a small department located right along the border. And like many small agencies, Penitas PD works with a tiny budget.
Really don't have money to purchase equipment that we might need.
So Police Chief Raul Bermea got to work, applying for military equipment for use in keeping his officers safe when they're out on patrol. Now, 8 new rifles are in their possession, saving the department $1,500 and increasing their abilities to combat a growing threat to their community.
We take care of a lot of incoming drugs and the illegal immigrant traffic. So this equipment does help for the enforcement.
It's not just about high-powered rifles and bulletproof vest. This is just one of 7 military vehicles that La Jolla ISD has acquired, and they say they'll be used during evacuations.
That's one of the reasons that we were awarded these items, because we had to give an explanation why we will need these items. And our request through our high vehicles was because of rescue operations involving saving people's lives.
La Jolla ISD Police Chief Raul Gonzalez says, like surrounding police departments, the school district located in the high illegal trafficking area is also acquiring much needed military equipment worth $380,000.
Trucks, weapons, cameras, filing cabinets, gear for the officers that we're going to be issuing them out.
All items they wouldn't have been able to purchase on their own.
This material, by no means were we planning to budget, because we probably were not going to be able to get it.
So that is what I see as the main issue that we have in the department right now. Is if we all want to get the same equipment for every officer. We want to get them that better equipment and be able to do their job and be ready for anything that could happen. But the problem we always face is that the budget never fits in. We already have enough trouble getting enough money to fix our cars and do things like that, get enough bullets for training. Sending people to schools. With balancing all that, how in the world can we fit into the budget, getting everybody an added protection when they have already got the level 3 body armor that they carry around every day underneath their uniform? Well, that's what I've already been working on. This project's actually already been kind of rolling forward slowly, just waiting on the approval of the higher command in order to implement it with the rest of the officers and actually getting it put into place here at this department. As we saw inside the video, it's been happening already. Departments are going to the military and saying, listen, you got all that gear, we need it. We have this job we have to do here. And what the military understands and what we understand is the same war that they fight every day overseas. When they come home and that war is over, we fight that here. And they know that. And they respect that. So right now, we have already started building relationships with the Arkansas National Guard, with different supply sergeants in the Guard and retention sergeants and people who have contacts in Little Rock, and actually spoke with the head master sergeant down in Little Rock about the ample supply of level 4 trauma vests that they've already got. Now these vests have already been sent overseas and used one time and came back, and they've come back now. They all got turned in. Now they're sitting in a stockpile waiting to either be thrown away or issued out to the people for training. Well, they don't want to issue them back out, because if they issue them back out, then they could get broken or they could get damaged during training, and that decreases the value of what they've already got. However, what they will do in order to get brand new vests is to write it off, saying that it was given as a donation to a local police department. They would be more than happy to. Right now, they have enough stockpiled down in Little Rock with Russellville, Little Rock, Morrilton, Paris, Clarksville, and Jacksonville. All these units together have enough armor placed to cover every single police department from Fort Smith down to Little Rock. To be able to do the same thing for them. And we're only going to ask for enough plate sets for approximately either 40 to 55 officers, somewhere in that range. And so the feasibility of this for getting the plates, which normally would cost you over $900 in the market today, is going to come to us for free. So we've already got that ball rolling. Now, the second thing is we have a company called OpsGear that's online. OpsGear deals in any kind of tactical gear you could possibly want, including Kevlar helmets and vests and plates and things like that, and pouches and all that. Now, I talked to a guy named Brandon at OpsGear. Brandon is in charge of doing the massive shipments and has the only guy there that has the power to get a good price on it. Every single piece of equipment that we want to have ordered. Now, Brandon's already given me a price quote, which I got here. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and hand you this stuff here. The price quote that he gave us actually gives us a special discount on every single item that we can possible use for the vest. Before we dig into that, I'm gonna show you the rest of the stuff. Now, the other options we had for the purchase, now, the department would have to put together enough money to be able to get the minimum amount of gear, which would be the non-ballistic plates carrier, okay? Which if we were to order 55 and talked about is $2,914. If we were to order 40 of them, it's $2,119. It's about $52.99 a vest, okay? And it goes that way for every single officer you want to do it. That's just a price range showing you according to how many vests, how much it would cost. We'd also want to be getting a hold of M4 pouches, shotgun pouches, and the medical pouches that they come with. Now, they've got a pretty good little selection of stuff that they can give. This medical pouch is the thing that's awesome, because the medical pouch is a Velcro rip-away pouch that you can open up, use on the spot, close up, and just Velcro back to your waist and go on. So I thought that was pretty neat. Okay? So Sergeant Musgrave, this is the first one. Contact the National Guard. This guy has been a key player in this project so far. For the last 4 months, he's been helping me to get a hold of these ESAPI plates and kind of get the network going throughout the Guard, saying that we need these plates over here in Russellville. Let's start getting them accumulated. So that's what he's been doing. He's been working that issue for the last 4 months, talking to them. Now, they've had inspection after inspection after inspection here lately. I know that firsthand. I've been having to help out with it. And if it wasn't for that, then these plates would already be stockpiled and ready for us here in Russellville for us to pick up. Now, the next guy, Brandon, he spent the last, well, I said 4 months before, the last 3.5 months, getting this thing built down from where it was before, which the price per vest originally was going to be around $90 a vest for us to order it, even in bulk. He started working with his bosses and kind of bringing it down to where now we're getting it for $52.99 a vest if we're going to order quite a few of them. They even cut down the prices on all these other things that are listed on the price quote. And that's his contact information there if we ever need to talk to him again about any questions or different kinds of orders. All right? Now, we've got the department personnel already kind of designated, talking about which job role they're going to take inside the project. Officer Evans has already advised me that he wants to have a pretty big part in this, because he's pretty motivated about it as well. He's actually going to handle all the distribution of the ballistic plates to every single police officer here at the Russellville PD. I'm going to keep on coordinating and liaison with the National Guard and with Brandon at Ops Gear, depending on what the decision is after the presentation. I'm going to see if we can go ahead and start getting this thing rolling. Now, and Sergeant Jacobs, I talked to him about this vest already. I showed it to him on a video that they had online, some photos and stuff where he could do some research. He would be in charge of putting it into the training aspect, so that every officer would start knowing how to not only put it together, but to size it and to make it fit right, and then on top of that, putting it into practice whenever we do our combatives and so on and so forth. All right, the gear. Okay. This is from Ops Gear itself. So they're chosen for the needs of every officer on the street who gets involved in an incident that's life-threatening and dynamic in nature. Just talking about this new vest, okay? This vest that I'm going to talk about is the Molly Condor Plate Carrier.
Ops Gear.
Obscure.com is hooking you guys up with some of the coolest freebies on the planet. Each week we say we have an incredible freebie. We do. Our sponsors and vendors are awesome, but this week, something very cool, right?
Condor!
They are hooking us up with the ultimate rig. Rob, you want to tell them about it?
Oh yeah, we'll start with the core. We've got the quick release plate carrier right here. There's the release, you yank that, this whole thing comes off in one good quick pull. Now with this system, the beauty is you can put your level 4 plates in it, and you can throw your soft armor in it.
Just so you know, it doesn't come with any body armor, guys, so don't ask, okay? No plates, no 3 level A.
No, and this has a retail value too, by the way, before we get into everything that's included. $455. $455 retail value.
And it's got a multiplier in that because it's multi-cam, which is hard to keep in stock.
Multi-cam is the stuff, man, it is awesome. You know, from the vest we come out, we've got a baton or flashlight carrier, the triple stacker, so this right here is going to hold 6 AR type mag pouches. You've got the 3 pistol mag pouches, the single point sling with the quick release here, as well as the 2 quick release points up top. Your hydration carrier, now this is cool. On the hydration carriers, if you want to peel this off, it comes with backpack straps as well. So you can just take that, throw it on. If you're going to go for a day hike, you don't want to take your whole rig, you've got that. Radio pouch right here on the side. Multi-jump pouch right there on that side. You can snap it off, or you can leave it on.
Is to pull that off, I love that.
Oh yeah, fits a box of shotgun shells like a champion.
Extra F4 makes too.
Yep. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of gear. This is a rip-away EMT pouch. You got that guy, opens up, all of your kit can fit into that. Great system. I like the fact that it comes off your gear, you're set and ready to go. And then you've got a MOLLE holster right over here on the other side, and you've got yourself one complete battle rig.
Doesn't get much better than this, man.
I know, Jaeger and Rob are both like, where do we enter, where do we enter? I want that one, I want that one, can I trade it? I know where you can buy one.
That's part of the big contest they had. This is one of their top of the line plate carriers that they have. And so they were actually using it when it first came onto their product line as a gift to see who they can get more people to register on and such. But anyway, talking about the Condor vest, all right? This is the color we'll get. It's black, of course. Then it's going to come also with police patches, a small one for the front and a large one in the back. So that's kind of an identifier for everyone. And it's got the heavyweight webbing over the entire vest with the modular attachments. And then it's got the internal sleeves for both soft armor and plate. For front and back. That's a typo. Now, the plate pockets are going to be measured 13 inches high by 10 inches wide by 1 inch in diameter. That means, now, if you look at the E-Savvy plates, which we'll have a slide about in a minute, that